welcome to Angel Answers with Elle on the magical and the mystical. Today is Sunday, October 6th, first week of October already. It's great out there. Nights are a little cool, weather's still warm, enjoying all the fall colors. I hope you are too. We've got all kinds of interesting energy going on this week. We've got the Mercury retrograde that we're in. We also have a full moon coming up on Wednesday the 8th. So it's going to be a little wonky this, I'm going to say, probably 3 weeks. Over the next 10, 12 days, it could be very interesting. Don't let appearances fool you. Follow your heart with the matters that are coming up, okay? Try to balance it out so it's not overly emotional, but do let your heart be your guide. Let's look at our word of the week using, once again, as always, Diana Cooper's Angel of Light cards. I'm also getting, before we get started on that card, I'm sorry, picking up that we're going to be going through, I'm going to say, another season of purging. So it could be a little tough, a little up and down as you decide. Again, as I always say, as you go through that backpack, kind of time to take it off, look through it, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what belongs, who belongs, that kind of thing. So again, a little emotional because we're going to be doing that purging, but follow your heart. It always knows the way. Okay. Word of the week. Here we go. Angel of Light cards, and we're going to start with, oh, I love it when this happens. It's the Archangel Gabriel. We don't always get a lot of the Archangel cards from this little deck. I think there's about 5 or 6 of them in there, so when they do show up, it's awesome. Let's read what that is. You are blessed to receive this Archangel card, and your guidance is to invoke Archangel Gabriel, who works on the white ray for grace and purification. Oh, interesting. It is time to release old memories, ingrained habits, and mental patterns which lower your vibrations. Archangel Gabriel will bring order and discipline into your life so that everything runs smoothly. And you can also call on him to bring you clarity and joy. Very interesting. So again, with that, I guess that he's trying to let us know when we're going through that purging, when we're going through that backpack, he is an angel that we call upon to help us with that discernment. Because it also says this: you are reminded that you are a beautiful light and wise spirit, and that only the material mantle disguises your true self. So envision yourself surrounded by pure white light, and let your pure spirit emerge and fly. So that's our intention. That's what we're supposed to be doing. All those things that are weighing us down, he says, just, you know what, if you don't have the strength and you don't have the courage to make those choices, call on me and I will help you. So, nice one to start with. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel. Today, I've decided to go back to what I call my basics, my first card deck. And this is the Doreen Virtue. As always, I usually read from her cards. I have a couple other decks, but hers I really resonate with, and we'll be reading from Healing with the Angels today. So, let's see what we need to know at this time of all kinds of energy. Again, the retrograde, there is going to be some of that wonky stuff where, our phones aren't going to work, our technology isn't going to work, communications are going to be a little tricky. So when in doubt, ask on that kind of situation to be absolutely sure, so that things aren't read into communications that shouldn't be. But for the most part, even though we're going to have those basics, again, it feels more of a time of letting go, of purging, releasing. And I like that because we're going into this harvest season where you spend, the summer, spring and summer, working really hard on things. And again, now, as this card says, it's time to emerge, it's time to fly, time to harvest. Okay, first card for this interesting week of all kinds of planetary energy, October 6th. Let's see, our first card. Oh, music. Okay, I really love this card. Um, because music really does empower us. It really can take us to heights. It can take us through, to the lows, depending on what music we choose. And so they're saying, make these next several weeks all about positive music. Try not to do things like listen to like sappy love songs if you're having difficult time with a relationship. Things like that. No harsh energies. More easygoing, more uplifting, more encouraging music is what I hear. And I know this is not a huge surprise. Those of you who know me know that I consider John Mayer my angel of music. And whenever I get that card, I do get songs from his, because the reason I like his music so much is because you can use it for affirmations. You can take just about any song of his and pick a line and make it an affirmation. The two songs I'm getting from him today, if you so need to this week, is to choose, go to YouTube, choose the acoustic version, my favorite, the acoustic version of The Heart of Life, acoustic version of The Heart of Life. And then the old one, this one's years and years and years old, but a song of encouragement to move forward, and it is Bigger Than My Body, Bigger Than My Body by John Mayer. Really two strong, encouraging songs. First one, Heart of Life, is kind of comfort when things just don't go our way, and that does happen at this time. And again, Bigger Than My Body, so we don't give up on our dreams. Okay. So that first one is music. But again, doesn't have to be him. Those are just the things that come to mind when I pull that card. But please make sure your music is empowering to you. Okay, so second card we have, I love it, manifestation. So again, the things that we've been working on for quite some time here are finally going to start to come to be. And again, I'm thinking yes for the Bigger Is My Body song, because that is talking about bringing things into fruition for ourselves. So this is the time where you really focus, again, picking up that energy of purging, of getting rid of. So, we have to take out the old. Even just like in a garden, we've got to take out all the weeds so we have room for our harvest, so the weeds don't choke out what we're trying to bring about. So that's where they're saying right now we need to prepare for that manifestation. And it feels like shortly after the retrograde. Again, I'm not perfect on time frames, but it feels like quite shortly. I'll say 2, maybe 3 weeks after the retrograde is when things are really going to start falling into place. And again, I hate to be corny about it. Oh, that's even a bad pun. Sorry. And the reason why I say that is because it feels like it's going to be around Thanksgiving time. Again, when we do have that harvest season. So it's a good time to start putting out there all your affirmations, and again, that Bigger Than My Body is a great affirmation song. So time for that. We're going to have a good season. It feels as after we get through this, again, the retrograde, it speculates if it ends the 26th or the 27th of October. We'll give or take several days, because the energy does still hang around. There's always what I call residue from it. So it's going to be a time right now to where we really start to focus and be very, very, very specific about what it is that we want. And I always say be very selfish, be very specific. Don't limit the powers that be. Don't limit them, but be very specific as to what you want, so they can bring you those dreams, those hopes, or something better. That's what I love to say. I want this or something better, never limiting them to what we want, because they could have bigger and better plans, dreams, and blessings for us. Okay, so for the third card for this week, this is one of my favorites. Okay, this is the Divine Guidance card, okay, and I really like that. I'll get up there a little closer. I feel like, I hate this little glare, but anyway, see how the angel is looking to the heavens, and that one particular bright star happens to be a heart. I call this Divine Guidance my Follow Your Heart card, okay, and that's exactly what I said when we started. This is where you're going to follow your heart on matters and knowing what you need to bring forward, what you need to let go of, okay? And if you do have, excuse me, if you do have issues with that, that's when they're saying, again, remember to call in the Archangel Gabriel to help with that. Okay, good guidance this week, guys. Thank you so much. Like I said, I kind of gotten into a lighthearted way of referring to them as the Guardians of the Galaxy after seeing that movie. There was just some places in there that just kind of referred to that, and I was like, I like that. That way there's, nobody to be offended at what we call our powers that be, but just know that, on some level that we are protected, we are loved, we're not alone. Okay, I'm going to choose our extra bonus card today, and I'm going to choose these, once again from Doreen Virtue, but with our Archangel Oracle cards. So our bonus card for today, let's see what we get from that. Alrighty, ooh, chakra clearing. Really great. Okay, this is Archangel Metatron, and it is what I think we need to do. That is a great place to start for going through that backpack, okay? Really being able to clear from, top to bottom, inside out. It says, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Well, I'm not real familiar with all the geometrical shapes, but I am familiar with chakra clearing, and there is a great one actually by Doreen Virtue that you probably, I'm not positive, but you can probably get it on YouTube, and it's a two-part. There's one for the morning and there's one for the evening, and it's really great to do when things start to get overwhelming, when you don't really start, you're not understanding because everything's a little bit mushed together. So that is a great place to start, is with our chakra clearing. So it feels like even though we're in the retrograde, it's going to be a really good week. I'm going to say even 2 weeks is going to be good. It's going to be positive because we're going to be going into the direction that we were meant to be. Our hopes, our desires, again, what we've been putting a lot of time and energy into over the last several months, it's finally going to start to come into fruition. It's going to be like taking shape. I'm seeing like that film clip from Ghost, where they are doing the clay, and he comes behind her, and then here she had this beautiful piece, and he decides to help him plop, and then it gets to be all messy. It's kind of sometimes the way we are when the divine is trying to really help us out, and we think that we need to help, and we just kind of make a mess out of things. Not always, but they're just saying, just kind of allow for things to be, because really blessing is coming. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me this week, as you do every week. And when I do these messages, they're for the people who tune in, and what I mean by that is they're not for everybody. So I think those who are in need of the message will get it, and I think that's how that works. So anyway, once again, I thank you. I wish you a wonderful week. Try to stay balanced. Again, with that heart, follow the heart. Call in Archangel Gabriel. And I'm also getting to please take care of ourselves in a way of really eating well. Try to get that sleep, and drink lots and lots of water this week, because again, it feels like we're going to be pulled in several different directions. So anyway, lots of love, lots of light, and as always, I leave you. Peace be yours. Bye-bye now.